Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 in Battle for Azeroth. Today we're with my Alliance Druid in Falconhurst in Drustvar. So we're down here at Falconhurst and we picked up some quests in the last episode. There's an area quest, village repair to destroy signs of witchcraft, and we've got a couple of quests. We need to find Bramblethorn to rescue Lord Sharptooth, which is the stuffed toy that belongs to the little girl that we found down in the village, and the second one is to find Master Ashton, a missing master. So that's what we'll be doing today. Hello, somebody is in my way. Anyway, let us go and do our quests. So if we destroy this big witch effigy, that should count for our bonus objective here, to destroy the signs of witchcraft. Oh, hang on, that's still usable. Oh, look, I managed to destroy that twice. Oh, that was interesting. Sometimes it respawns fast enough for you to destroy the same thing twice in a row. Oh, and I want to be in kitty form if we're going to start fighting things, don't I? Kitty go scritch. Kitty go scratch. Anything here to destroy? No signs of witchcraft? Nope. But if we attack the bad guys, they do count towards the signs of witchcraft. So you can either fight the mobs or take out the effigies and things around town. So I think if we go up here to these banners, these will count, won't they, as well? So we start at 26%, so a banner is 2%, and killing a mob is 2%, so you can do either of those things. Yeah, so that's 2%. That's 2%, again, yeah, 32, yeah. So do these little dangling ones, these effigies, yep, they're 2% as well. But that big effigy in the centre of town, I think that gave us 10%, so if you see that up, it's definitely worth clicking on that, because that gets you 10%. That's a much bigger chunk than doing lots of these little ones. Nope, didn't manage to get that before that guy attacked us. So we'll have to take him out first, and then take out the banner. Couldn't see me fighting him then, because he was behind the banner and we were in front of the banner. That was quite funny. So fight the bad guy. Here's the healing thing. Oh! I mucked that up. Oh, Kitty, what a mess you made. There we go. But we're nearly halfway through that already, so it's not taking that long to do that, is it? I should probably do that as I go around doing other things, shouldn't I? Shouldn't there be a quest? Do you know, I'm sure there should be a quest to build barricades here as well. Where do we get that from? Or do we get that later, after we've done one of the other quests? I do remember being asked to build barricades, and you have to pick up wood around town. I think it's quite convenient to do both of those at the same time. They destroy things and pick up the wood. But I haven't been given that quest, have I? Do we have to? Yeah, we must have to do one of these other quests before we can get that barricade quest, yeah. Maybe we need to find Master Ashton before we get that one. Yeah, because these playthroughs of I kept putting them off when I found other things to do, so we're quite a long way into the expansion. We're a full year into the expansion now, aren't we, for Battle for Azeroth, and I'm still doing the playthroughs. I kind of expected the playthroughs to be done really early on, so... this Bramblewood guy's round the back here somewhere, isn't he? I think he's in one of the... yeah, he's in one of the cellars, isn't he? So... let's take out these bad guys. Grab a couple more of these effigy things, and then look for Bramblethorn to rescue the little girl's soft toy. I think it's a raptor, the soft toy. Oh, my health is getting quite low there. 3 of them at once, you see, they actually managed to do quite a bit of damage. There's one of the raven or crow-headed, probably raven heads, aren't they, on that one? So some of them have got pig heads and some of them have got raven heads. Grab the effigy, and I think it's this cellar Yeah, the map's not very big to make it clear to you exactly where I am. Let's do this far and then see if I can make it a little bit more clear which cellar we're going in. Though, to be honest, most of you probably already know where we're going. And you're probably watching me because either I have a nice voice or you just like laughing at me when I make all my silly mistakes. Either is fine by me, as long as you're having fun and enjoying the time with me, because the whole point is enjoying games and having a whole lot of fun. And I forgot to look where this guy was. Hello, Bramblethorn! Oh no, that's not going to make a good picture, is it? Because it's very dark in here. I thought we could use that as a screenshot, but I think it's going to be too dark to make that useful. It was worth a try. Don't stand in the airways. And there we are, we've got Lord Sharptooth, and indeed that picture that popped up was indeed a raptor. So there's a little hut right behind the cellar, and if you come around the corner, this is where the little corral and the truck are. And then the garden is right up here, look, at the edge of town. And that's the town squares over that direction. So that's the house where the evil witch was in the last episode. There's the hut, there's the truck, and there's the little garden. Just so you can tell where the basement is for the Bramblethorn quest. And then there's that Master Ashton's alchemy stuff, and there's his, what looks like his potential herb garden. And because we've got a potential herb garden and what looks like the alchemy lab here, that would make this, right next to it, Master Ashton's house, and he will be hiding in the cellar too. So the market gardens, the herb garden, the market garden's there, the alchemy stuff's there, and the cellar is here. And there he is. That's.
I have alchemy, and I know how to use it.
At ease, Master
I have
Ashton.
alchemy and I know how to use it. I love that line. That's
Don't
cool.
you both look dangerous? Is the attack over then?
No, not completely, but we'd really like your help, Master Ashton,
Shall we
please.
get started?
Missing Master Ashton, we need your help. Of course, I'm not certain why you would need my help, but for the saviours of my home you shall have it. You might have to wait a little bit. However, I'm sure the town's in a shambles. Yeah, it isn't exactly in the best.
Twice, poor once.
I appreciate your help in liberating the town. I was becoming quite concerned by those strange monsters. Me too. They are very, very strange. Curiously strong. I imagine the fires spread while I was down here, yes? First order of business then, making sure the town doesn't burn down. Help solve that problem and I shall be free to assist you in whatever it is. Let's see. Yes, here. Take these. They prove to be a bit too intense for most people, but you seem like a stout sort. Just be sure you're facing the fires when you use them, and I'm certain those fires will be out in no time. Use the frost breath potion to put out the fires.
Fair winds to you.
That actually
Town is in
sounds like a good
hands.
thing to do.
So, would you kindly explain what is going
Master
on?
Ashton, we have been sent by Lady Lucille Waycrest to find you.
So I gathered. But why me?
Lady Lucille has reforged the Order of Embers, using ancient texts as our guide. We will fight these witches as we once battled the Drust. She found an alchemical recipe that was effective in the past. She requests that you attempt to recreate the formula.
Lady Lucille thinks it might be useful, I assume? Well, let's see it. Fascinating. Remarkable formulation. Very flammable. Inquisitor, it will be my distinct pleasure to assist you and the Lady Lucille in this task.
I am very glad to hear that, Master Ashton.
And I'm very glad to
You
hear
put
that
up the
too.
spies and I'll set up what we need in the lab. Oh, what
Our
fun
champion
this
will
be.
assist you in whatever you might need, Master. I will go see if I can't help Mayor Royston.
Okay, right, so I need to destroy a few more signs and put out some fires. Right, so there's another thing to destroy. We've got fires everywhere, so face the fire and click the frost potion, that's what he said. Well, that didn't seem too dangerous, did it? After his doom and gloom statements, I thought it was going to be much more scary than that. But it's working effectively, so that's a good thing. Alright. Now, more fires. There's another one here, let's get that. Can I get the... oh, I can get more than one with... now this actually looks like a bonfire that we probably can't put out as a dangerous fire. Nah. I was correct to assume that, but see, we'll do scientific testing and test them as well. 6 of 20. Oh, look, I'm still puffing the frost breath as I was running. Put that, yeah, put the one out in the visual method. Cool. So if we pan as we're breathing frost, can we put more out? I'll get that one. Right, and then let's take this guy out. And I think there's another fire just round the corner, so we'll try that. Is that one? Was it? Oh no, maybe, yeah, there is a fire over here. It's further away than I thought it was, though, from what we were looking at at the beginning there. Okay. Now, can I reach that with this frost potion? That's the hen house, isn't it, that's on fire there? Yeah. And there's a herb, and we are a herbalist. I keep forgetting that we're a herbalist. Because we're only doing a few quests about once a week or even more distant than that, I keep forgetting that she's a herbalist, so she hasn't really levelled her herbalism up. And of course I don't get very much chance to practice the druid, and when I'm speaking to you I kind of forget that I'm trying to do that as well. Right, so that's the bonus objective done. Yeah, so when I'm speaking to you I kind of forget that I need to fight, and then I just randomly press any old button rather than effectively playing properly. Right, so now that Inquisitor Clairdorn's come back to the mayor, now we can get the barricade quest. So you have to wait until you've spoken to Master Ashton, and then Inquisitor Clairdorn will come back to the mayor. That's when you can pick this quest up, so that could be useful to know that, because I couldn't remember when I got that. Building defences. We'll be able to push those monsters back now, but my defenders won't stand a chance unless we build a forward barricade for protection. There should be plenty of lumber to build a barricade near the entrance to town. Collect lumber to build forward barricades. And while we're here at this barricade area, we will run back down into the town so we can turn in that quest to that little girl to give her her toy back. Here you go, Lynn.
I need my sea legs, but
Did-
I already got 2 legs.
Did you find Lord Sharptooth? I think one of the really big monsters has him. Well, the big monster's finished playing with your toy now, Lynn, so you can have him back. Here you go. Yay! Oh, you saw someone? My papa? Lynn hugs her toy and sniffs. I haven't seen my mama in a while. I hope she's okay.
Bye.
So the poor kid's daddy is a goner, but we don't yet know where mama is. in case you're worried, we find Mama later and she's okay. Right, so we've got a couple of pieces of wood down there. So now we need to put 2 more fires out and find a whole lot more lumber to build those barricades. Right, can we see any lumber? Not seeing a lot of lumber. Let's put this fire out. Right, so we just need 1 more fire and we need a lot of lumber. I think there's lumber in the... Yes, there's lumber in that wagon. But we are going to have to fight a few more of these raven and pig guys in order to be able to get to the lumber. More lumber do we need? There's another one here. There's more lumber over there where I've just run away from. Oh, you won't let me pick the lumber up. Why won't you let my poor little kitty pick the lumber up? Because you don't want me to build the barricade, do you, Mr. Piggy? In fact, if he's a Mr. Piggy, he's probably not clever enough to know that. He's probably just randomly attacking anything that he can see. Right, so there's quite a lot of lumber around the back of where the wagon is. So there's the wagon. There was a piece in the wagon, and there's quite a few pieces around the back here, where the hut and everything is, and the entrance to the cellar where Bramblethorn was as well. Right. And of course I have to kill all the pig and raven men again that I killed to get round here in the first place. So I have to kill them all again now to get to the lumber, because they've all respawned round the back after I cleared them out the first time. Another lumber. There's a pigman. Oh, there's another pigman. There are pigmen everywhere, I tell you. It's definitely not natural. It's against the laws of nature. And it's very creepy too. And there's a lot of lumber here, look. So if we grab this one. Oh, look, the axe. And then more over here. I've nearly got enough now, we just need 1 more, and there's another one here by the hen house, the chicken coop, where we put the fire out a little bit earlier. And I still need a fire. There's a fire over here. Put the fire out. Build the barricades. One, 2, 3, 4. Now do we turn that back into the mare? Yes we do. So here's the well. Turn that into the mare. Thank you. We'll be better able to protect the town. Would you like some boots or some leggings? Let's see. The biggest upgrade will be the leggings. I think I didn't check the actual stats on that. I should have made sure they were all both agility. If one of them had been intellect for the boomkin form, I would have picked the wrong one up, wouldn't I? Right, so let's go turn it into Master Ashton up by his hut with the alchemical supplies. I've put out the fires. Ah, wonderful, the fires are out and your breath smells minty fresh. A weapon of old. I've been studying the parchment Lady Lucille sent with you and have translated some of the older language. They call it liquid fire, and it was used to burn away the Drust. Using this as a basis, I believe we can adapt it to our needs. This is a complex recipe, but it just so happens I have everything we need to make this potent alchemical weapon. I will need your assistance in creating this. Would you be so kind as to help? Help Master Ashton create the liquid fire potion.
Until next
Ooh,
time.
time to do alchemy.
It's a fine day for a little applied alchemy.
You have to accept the quest, right? So I think we're going to need to make sure that we're kind of in the middle here.
Shall we get started?
Dark times have come to Drustvar, but we shall win our land back. I am ready to begin.
Remember, measure twice.
Right, so heart bloom, volatile sap, saltpeter, and sulphur. We need some saltpeter. You've done some alchemy before, I can tell, and I am a herbalist. Now carefully add in heart bloom. Well, I'm a herbalist, so I can do that one. Well done. Now we need some more heart bloom. Well done. Now we need more heart bloom. Okay, that's a lot of heart bloom. You've done some alchemy before, I can tell. Well, actually, my priest is the alchemist. Saltpeter. That's that one. That's the one we did first. Precisely. Now, let's see what else. Next, we need a few drops of volatile sap. Be careful not to jostle the jar too much. Cool. So we didn't need sulphur in our one, but I think it's random as to which item it gets you to pick up. So it will be different for every person and for every character that you play through on. Wonderful. Smells a bit strong, but I think it will burn those wooden constructs well. Now, time to test it out. I know what's going to happen. You're going to tell me to go test it, aren't you? Fighting with fire. Excellent! Now that we have these lovely liquid fire flasks prepared, we have one last thing to do. Test them out. There are some of those large abominations lurking about in the woods above my home. I think they would make excellent test subjects for our little alchemical experiment, wouldn't you say? Test the liquid fire flasks on 3 briarwood bulwarks. Okie doke. I knew he was going to ask me to do that. So, we need to break it down. And we got one of those raven guys on our way. Oh, and we found one of the guys, I think, for the testing before we were ready for them. Right, so that is definitely the guy we want. So click on that and drop it on him. Set fire to him. Takes a big chunk out of his health. I think that works very well, Mr. Ashton. Right, there's another one. Let's throw the fire thing at him. With the contours of the land, it could be a little difficult to... Should have charged him, messed that up completely. You never saw that. Nobody saw that. And we can skin the wolf. Can we throw that at that other one that person's attacking before it dies, or is that too late? No, we got it. Cool. That's our 3. That was okay.
Try my best to fight them off.
Oh, herb on the tree. Let's grab that. Martin Webb says I tried my best to fight them off.
We fought. Master Ashton shoved me aside and they took him. We have to get him back.
Oh, the bad guys have took Master Ashton. That's not good.
Me when you show up.
I tried to stop them, but I couldn't. They've taken Master Ashton into the woods. We can have a ring. That'll be a big upgrade for the ring. Or a cloak. I think the ring is the bigger upgrade. Let's take the ring.
Do try not to die.
And that has finished fighting with fire. So, equip those. Right, so I think in the next episode we will take the quest from Inquisitor Cleardawn and go look for Master Ashton. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!